This spooky video is brought to you by Squarespace. Need a website? Make it with Squarespace. Ooh. This week on Channeling My Inner Stay-at-Home Mom. That's right, we have another magazine video. We've left Better Homes and Garden, and now we've got Celebrate with Women's World. And what better way to do that than in the kitchen? So today we're gonna be redrawing some cute foods and snacks. That's right, we're gonna start off with our first food or snack here with, who is this? What is this? Frankenstein Smoothies. I just wanna draw a head with brains and a straw in it, so let's do it. This is the snack that inspired this entire video. As soon as I saw those two glasses sitting there, looking like a couple of heads with the straws in the tops, I knew exactly right away I wanted to recreate this as a drawing and make it as bloody and gory as possible. You know I wanted to slice the top of that head off and put a straw in it and have blood swirling around and bits of brain. It's going to be cute, but it's also going to be disgusting and also very fun to paint. You guys know I love painting transparent things, and there's going to be a lot of that in this video. The actual drink itself was supposed to be green because that's how they got the green skin showing through the glass, but I didn't want the insides or the liquid that you drank out of this guy to be green. I created him with green skin, and the liquid that you're drinking, like I said, is blood, so it's got to be red. Overall, this guy is probably the most creative one out of all of these guys, though it does make me think, where did the whole Frankenstein monster being green thing come from? Because humans don't turn green. What? Don't get me wrong, I love that it adds a splash of green color to Halloween decor, but green skin? What? Why? Anyway, and that's our first snack. Our next snack is, we've got spider deviled eggs. Don't those look absolutely disgusting? Let's make them look even more disgusting. Just kidding. I actually find spiders horrifying, and I couldn't imagine making this more disgusting, so it kind of ended up cute. I am an absolute deviled egg destroyer. Every single time back when I lived in Tennessee, we would have a family gathering, a barbecue, Christmas, Easter, you name it, someone made deviled eggs, and me, my sister, and my nephew would be sneaking those deviled eggs and getting yelled at because we would just be eating them, and we couldn't be stopped. So maybe I was just channeling my inner deviled egg stealer spider-ness with this one, because what I just ended up drawing was a spider sort of swinging by on its web with a deviled egg, that whipped yolk just flowing all over the place. It kind of looks like the spider has hair. I was looking at the recipe. The green color of the yolk actually comes from wasabi. They put wasabi in there, and I would have never thought about putting wasabi in my deviled eggs, and now I kind of want to try it. They also cracked and dyed the outside of the egg, which kind of horrifies me, which I guess is the point of Halloween. Anyway, there's our little deviled egg stealing spider. Ooh, will I be drawing these skeleton, you know what, I can't say that one. Let's just do the hot dog mummies because they're freaking cute, and I love a freaking pigs in a blanket. You can't go wrong. So when it came to designing this guy, you can really tell I was torn between, do I just draw the food or do I go a little bit more creepy with it? And I just sort of met in the middle. So instead of going full treat and drawing a wiener wrapped in bread, I drew a wiener wrapped in actual cloth and then still put a glob of ketchup on it. While I was sketching this guy, the thought did cross my mind of a human hot dog. Not a human ground up into a hot dog, but a human that had its legs and arms cut off, so it was sort of hot dog shaped. And then wrapping that person up, but it was just a little too horrific. If I saw that in a video game, I'd be like, wow, that's creepy, that's cool, but I couldn't get myself to draw it. So we have a wiener wrapped up in some cloth with some ketchup dabbed on it. There he is. Next up, we've got, that's right, fellas, ghostly pizzas. Is my pizza haunted or is that cheese? Why not both? Oh my god, I just realized the little olive spiders. Oh my god, it's so cute. All right, the hot dog got a little real, a little creepy, so let's get silly with our haunted pizza. Upon closer inspection, when I was drawing this pizza, I wanted to reference the actual pizza, and my God, that is an awful looking pizza. That is just not appetizing looking. It is cute, it's just, there's something about it, y'all. Anyway, as I was drawing our pizza with ghosts flying through it and spiders on top, it made me think, what if there was other food items? Just your normal food items that you ordered, but they're haunted. So for example, say you order an ice cream sundae, instead of whipped cream on top, you get a little ghosty on top. Why? Why not? Is that someone's spirit? Is there just someone's spirit topped on your food and you're gonna eat the spirit? Do you eat the spirit or is it just decoration? Where do they go when you're done with it? Did someone really just die to be on top of a sundae? This was just a silly pizza with ghosts on top of it, and now I'm just thinking, why are there just spirits hanging around a pizza? What is happening? And why are there spiders on the pizza? Who is this pizza for? I'm thinking too much. Let's move on. Before we draw some more spooky foods, I gotta thank the sponsor of the video, Squarespace. You know what has killed magazines? The internet. You know, websites. Websites you can make with Squarespace. With Squarespace, I could go on a website that has this information for free. And it would be so easy because they have flexible website templates. And if you want to sell your recipes, you can make your own online store. I guess you could sell physical magazines and mail them out on your shop, or you can just sell digital recipes. And if you're still struggling, there's 24/7 email support. So you can get help, you know, at 3 a.m. when the ghosts are messing up all of your website making. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/KaseyGolden to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. And with that, our next spooky food. Spooky spider cake or almond fingers. This guy's cute. This guy could be so much creepier. Make your guesses now in the comments. Which one will I go for? You'll never know. Actually, you're about to find out. I'm gonna sit here and say, oh, well, the spider cake wasn't as inspiring as those fingers were. I really want to draw those fingers in a glass, but guess what? I just literally drew fingers in a glass. Like, what's the story here? After I drew these fingers in a glass, I did start to think, what is the story of these fingers in a glass? And it got me thinking, why would you store fingers in a glass like this? I did end up adding a pool of blood in the glass, and that made me think, you know how you put vegetables in your refrigerator and sometimes with like asparagus, some other leafy things, sometimes you put them in a glass of water to keep them fresher longer? Let's say a witch or somebody uses fresh fingies as like an ingredient in a potion. Maybe they keep them in a little glass of blood to keep them fresh, you know, to keep those fingies moist. And I said witches were gonna use this, but then I also drew a witch finger. Who is using this? Again, I'm thinking way too hard about this actually being real. Next up, we've got ghoulishly good citrus bars. Look at these little guys. They're kind of perverted looking, but they're also very cute. Let's draw them. Look, this one is super duper simple. If you thought fingers in a glass was super simple, I'm talking an orange bar with a transparent goopy ghost on top. That's it. That's the bit. We're going back to the haunted pizza where we're serving ghosts at a cafe, just sort of gooped on top of your food and given to you. I'm talking $15 for a simple citrus bar just because there's a ghost gooped on top of it, sort of cafe. Look, if you want to eat a spirit for breakfast, you're gonna have to pay the premium price. Souls aren't cheap, and you know what? I can't imagine they're being ethically sourced because wow, that is a whole can of worms. I cannot wait to draw a ginger spice donut that is green and goopy and so fun to draw. Espresso cocoa, skeleton cookies, you guys are fun. I might come back to you. But look at these guys. Okay, I'm sorry, I didn't talk about this when I showed the image, but those donuts were iced so horribly bad. I digress. That being said, this is absolutely my favorite drawing in the video. Y'all know I love drawing transparent goopy things. If I've said it once, I've said it a bajillion times. I was just excited to put some goop on a donut and some eyeballs and call it a day. That's all it takes to make me happy. So that's what I did. I started off with a basic cake donut base, obviously. Drew some green goop on top, some eyeballs, and it all came together when I painted it. It's perfection. This donut looks horrifying. It looks like you melted the soul of like 3 people together, added some lime flavor, and next thing you know, you got a weird potion-y donut. I would not eat this. This is horrifying. I don't want to toot my own horn, but I feel like this slimy, smoother application of a glaze looks a little better than the magazine. I'm sure it's harder to actually glaze a donut than draw a glazed donut. Look, I just love a goop. What can I say? I love goop. I love it. Next up, we've got vampire ice cream cookies. These are cookies with teeth. I mean, that's horrifying, right? Let's draw it. This treat was another one of those treats where I was flipping through the magazine and I thought to myself, I absolutely have to draw a cookie with teeth because this is absolutely horrifying. I will admit, I don't think my drawing quite did it justice. I could have went creepier. I should have went harder with just crazy teeth all up in that cookie. But I think I was trying to stay true to the treat with there being bigger, fewer, chunkier teeth, which I think are made out of marshmallows. That being said, I really just wanted to add goopiness to this. I never would have thought. It's creepy vampire teeth. We definitely need some strawberry jam or something dripping from this ice cream sandwich to look like blood. What were they thinking? To be fair, this magazine probably didn't want a lot of blood and gore, but man, oh man, I had to add some strawberry jam in there. I had to do it. You know I had to do it. So there it is, our bloody, goopy vampire ice cream cookie sandwich. Okay, if you've been on the internet for more than a minute, you've probably seen these hot dog, like octopus creations. We've got hot dog spiders. Horrifying, both for your mouth and to look at because that is disgusting. Okay, look, I have a confession to make. A long time ago, back in 2012, I made these hot dog spaghetti creations just because I wanted to see what it was like. I've never had hot dog in my spaghetti before. I mean, how bad could it be, right? Oh, it was inedible. It was disgusting. I don't know what it is. I like hot dogs. I like spaghetti. Maybe it's the fact that I boiled a hot dog with the spaghetti that just made it disgusting. I will also admit I did this while I was studying abroad in Japan, so maybe the spaghetti and wiener ingredients just weren't what I was used to. I don't know. Either way, would not recommend this spaghetti wiener abomination of food. I don't know. Let me know in the comments. Are you a fellow hot dog spaghetti enjoyer? I'm curious. Anyway, that was my story, and here's a drawing of it. Okay, fine. I'm a sucker for the stay-at-home mom stuff. Monster burgers? Are you kidding me? It's adorable. It's adorable. I have to draw it. I think this is definitely the most adorable food creation in this magazine, but I think I didn't do it justice. Something about that food in person just looks so much cuter. I just wasn't able to capture its charm in drawing form. I did, however, really like that it sort of looked like a frog, so I think I took some inspiration from it looking like a frog. The pickle tongue sticking out looked very frog-like. The eyes just on top of its head like a frog. So I ended up giving him some little tiny bun legs. A combination of just feeling like the paper was empty and also it was just looking so frog-like. I kind of wanted to give him a little olive fly friend in the top corner, or at least he needed something to eat. But then that makes me think, his eyes are olives, the fly is an olive, what's going on here? I need to stop thinking. I'm thinking way too much. Oh, but also, what if frogs had teeth like that? Now that is a horrifying thought. Once Once again, a huge thank you to Squarespace for sponsoring this video, and a huge thank you to you guys for watching. I might have to try some of these recipes. Until then, I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!